you should be familiar with all of the types of energy stores. We now need to move on to look at what happens when energy goes from one store to another store. We're going to do that by talking about something known as an energy transfer. You see here, I'm transferring the energy from the chemical energy in the batteries to electrical energy through the wires and light energy as it passes to you. Now you may notice that the description of these energy transfers, I still refer to them as energy, but now it's energy on the move. Let me explain further. Marvellous. Now, the first energy transfer I want to talk about is when thermal energy moves from one place to another. This we describe as heat. Heat occurs when the thermal energy from one area moves to somewhere else. And we'll go into more detail about heat a little bit later on. For now, you need to understand that heat is one of the main ways in which energy can move around. This device actually demonstrates several different types of energy transfer. You see, what I can do is, when I wind this, what I'm doing is, I'm transferring the chemical energy in my body into some kind of movement here, using my arm. My arm is forming a mechanism that's transferring that energy from something happening here to something happening over there. Now we call that mechanical energy transfer. Any place where you see cogs or crankshafts, the underside of a car for example, any place where something is happening here and that through a series of physical objects and movements is transferred to over there is a mechanical transfer. And what happens next is, of course, I've got a little dynamo here, and that converts the energy of my mechanical motion into electrical energy. Electrical energy that transfers through this electrical circuit and back to the beginning again. Electrical energy is a transfer. Normally, you have a power station a very long way away generating electricity, and the energy is transported to you via electrical energy. And you can see that this is converted into one more form of energy, which is light in the LED. This carries the energy that I have put in here away into the environment. Here's another good example of an energy transfer. You see, it's a very sunny day here, and the light and the heat from the sun is falling on this solar panel that you can see that I've got right here. And what it's doing is it is converting the light energy that has transferred to the panel into electrical energy, which then goes through the circuit, allowing the LED to illuminate. I could change that and convert it into something else. I could turn it into the energy required to turn this fan, and you can see the motor is turning the fan there, or I could turn it indeed into sound energy, which is another way in which the energy transfer can occur. When I align the panel with the sun, you can see I get a nice strong noise. When I cover the panel, then the energy is not being delivered anymore. So we need to get all of these ideas about energy transfers together, and we need to put them on the board. So there we have it. The 5 different ways in which energy might transfer to somewhere else. Or one way in which one energy store might go down and another energy store might go up. The first, heat energy, the mechanism by which thermal energy might transfer from one place to another place, from a hot object to a cold object. Electrical energy, the mechanism by which electrons moving through wires could carry energy generated at a power station to be dissipated in a light bulb in your own home. Light energy, quite obviously, the nuclear energy from the sun, is transported to the Earth in the form of light energy, being able to travel across the vacuum of space, providing us with light and heat, and makes life possible on planet Earth. Sound energy. Let's give a warm round of applause for sound, everybody. Very good job, very good job. Why do my hands clap? Well, I am converting my chemical energy into kinetic energy via a mechanical energy transfer. And then I'm bringing them together so that they have got some energy in each hand. The kinetic energy of this hand as it moves this way, the kinetic energy of this hand as it moves that way. And when they collide, suddenly, that energy has no place to go. My hands have now stopped moving, so what does the energy do? Well, the energy travels away in the form of the sound of the clap. It's a disturbance of the air caused by my hands colliding together. Finally, mechanical energy. When a car engine generates from the combustion of petrol some thermal energy, how does that eventually cause the kinetic energy of the vehicle? Well, through a system of pistons and cogs and shafts, what happens is the energy from the engine is transported down to the wheels, and it does so in the form of a mechanical energy transfer. Now again, just as with the stores, you need to be able to recall these 5 energy transfers and give an example.